Shemika Cosey has been classed as a runaway from Berkeley, Missouri since 2008. However, even those classified as such deserve our attention, especially when it's been many years without a word. This is the case of Shemika, who went missing when she was 16 years old. She was staying the night at her aunt's home in the 6,000th block of Napier, watching movies with her cousin. That night, she left the house and came back inside several times. There was someone fighting for her attention outside. When everyone woke up in the morning of December the 29th, 2008, they noticed that Shemika was gone. Shemika's clothes, overnight bag, and most of her other belongings were inside the residence. She only took her purse and jacket. She didn't have a cellular phone, and the front door was unlocked, slightly ajar, and there were no indications of foul play. She was last seen wearing a black long-sleeve shirt, blue jeans, and a tan Old Navy jacket. It's unclear if she left on her own accord somewhere between the hours of 1:30 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. or if someone else picked her up. That nothing in the home was out of place or disturbed, and prior to her disappearance, her mother had caught her with a false identification card, which she used to get into local nightclubs. Her mother had feared she was smoking marijuana, and she once seen her getting into the dark-colored vehicle with a much older man. The police have not identified this man but would like to interview him as they think he could have useful information. Paula Hill, which is Shemika's mother, told the media that we never heard anything again. It's like she vanished out there and there are no current leads to go on as to where she went. We have nothing to go on. Years after Shemika's disappearance, her mother was moving and found a notebook which included written messages her daughter had passed to a school friend. A few months before she went missing, she had written about a boyfriend and that she might be pregnant. The police interviewed the boyfriend, but he didn't provide any helpful information. Shemika's friends didn't provide much information either. Cosey's friends have been very little help, according to the mother. I got very little information from them, she says. We tried to talk to some of her girlfriends that live downstairs. We stayed in an apartment complex in Hazelwood, Missouri, and the girls downstairs, because they were underage, we asked the parents, and the parents said no, they didn't want to get involved. Because it was felt as though she left on her own free will, investigators didn't search for her daughter when she went missing. Now it has been many years, and Shemika's family has had that they have had any contact with her, and would really like to know that she is okay. Shemika may still be in the local area, and she had been known to frequent East St. Louis, Illinois. Families of missing Black Americans fight for media and police to focus on their cases. It is a common complaint from the families of missing Black Americans that police are quick to say that their loved ones ran away, and so no foot search is necessary. Advocates for missing children say this, and they would like this story shared about Shemika Cosey to help reignite the investigation into her case. She is our daughter, friend, sister, and her life matters. Her mom is still searching for answers about her daughter. I want my baby to know we miss you, we love you, we need you home, she says. Her family has started the Facebook page Search for Shemika in hopes of one day bringing her home. Hill has started a support group for families with loved ones who are missing. They warn parents who find themselves in these situations to act quickly and do not wait for authorities. They say those first 48 hours after a loved one goes missing are incredibly important. Sitting on an old bed with a quilted top, she pours through boxes of memories and photos. Some were of her middle child in pigtails, others were taken at high school homecoming. All of them show her daughter's shy smile. This is the Shemika she wants America to see, someone worth fighting for, and someone she hopes the world will help her bring home. On December the 28th, that was the last day that she seen her. It was a normal day, she says. Do I believe she left on her own with someone? Yes, says Hill, but she was intending to come back. She was not intending to stay gone for over 10 years. Hill says there were signs someone had a hold on her daughter. I need her to get away, Hill says. Wherever she is, when she gets away, she'll be home. I miss her. I love her. I need her. The family needs her. Hill broke down in tears the day she and her two children had to move, the day she was forced to change her cell phone. It was very hard, she says. I was in the store crying my eyes out, the only number that she knew, and I had to get it all changed. It's like I always wonder, is she going to be able to find me? If she gets away, she's got to be able to find me. Shemika Cosey's story is that she just vanished without a trace, says Chandria Thomas, a local television news reporter. There was no body ever found, and back then the social media wasn't happening as much as it is now, so she didn't really have a social media footprint. It has been difficult to get some of these stories told as it comes to missing people of color or cold cases involving people of color. Hill has not given the notebooks to the investigators. She doesn't see any reason why she should. She said, "They didn't come to my house and search her room when she came up missing," Hill says. "I mean, 'cause they didn't care, so why should I give these to them?" Major Art Jackson, an African-American officer at the Berkeley Police Department, tells us that his team could use these notebooks and cites this as an example of the strained relationship that law enforcement has with the family. But police also report that calls are now starting to come in about Shemika after all these years, and we're going to follow up, he says, on any and all leads that we get. Hill is confident that her daughter will make it back home. She knows Mama is wondering where she is, says Hill. So I want my baby to know, we miss you, we love you, and we need you home. She is loved, and we are waiting on her. Shemika Cosey is an African-American female born on October the 1st, 1992. She was 16 years old when she went missing, and she is 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighed approximately 145 pounds, and has black hair with brown eyes. Shemika wears eyeglasses and her ears are pierced, and she goes by the nickname Mika. Her case remains unsolved to this day. If you have any information regarding the disappearance of Shemika Cosey, please contact the Berkeley Police Department at 314-524-3311 or the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children at 800-THE LOST, or you can also contact Crime Stoppers and leave an anonymous tip.